Right. Thanks, everybody. Right, I'd like to welcome everyone to this hybrid meeting of the Statutory Licensing Committee. I'd like to thank Councillor Thomas for his contribution and welcome Councillor O'Connell onto the Licensing Committee. This meeting is being broadcast live over the internet and will be available to view online now and in the future. Please be aware that this meeting is being transcribed only for the purpose of producing the minutes. This transcript will be deleted once the committee approves the minutes, and the transcript will not be downloaded by anyone other than Democratic Services. May I remind members that as for statutory guidance being in Section 4 Local Government Wales Measure 2011 and our formally adopted hybrid meeting policy, any member attending a meeting remotely must be able to be seen and heard by the members and officers who are attending the meeting, as well as by members of the public viewing the meeting. So can I ask that you all please use your cameras for the duration of this meeting. We welcome the use of the Welsh language in meetings. I have had no request for people to speak Welsh today, so this meeting will be conducted in English only. Members in the chamber, please be aware that we're all on camera and that you may be visible on screen when people around you are speaking, and please remember to speak clearly into your microphones. Members participating remotely, can you please refrain from using the chat function and instead use the raised hand icon to indicate when you want to speak. And please remember to keep your microphone muted when you are not talking. So thank you for that. Now moving on to the agenda. Item 1 is attendance and apologies. Jay, do we have any apologies, please?
Thanks, Chair. No apologies to share.
Thank you for that. We then move on to item 2, which is members' declaration of interest. Has anybody got anything they would like to declare before we move on? No? That's excellent. We then move on to item 3, which are the minutes of the last meeting on the 25th of the 9th, 25, page 3 to page 8. Does members state whether they have anything to raise in relation to the minutes? If not, I would take them as approved. Anybody got anything they would like to raise? No. Right, those will be noted. We now move on to item 4, which is workload update, quarters 1 and 2, April 2025 to September 2025. And Claire, I was the team manager, licensing and trading standards. Can you deliver your report, please?
Thank you, Chair, and good afternoon, members. The report today is to provide members with an overview of the work undertaken by the licensing team during quarters 1 and 2 of the financial year. The report highlights the numbers of complaints received for each licensing regime, as well as providing an oversight of some of the investigations that the team have undertaken. Matters which fall to the Statutory Committee are matters around Licensing Act 2003, Gambling Act 2005 and special procedures. Members will note that from the report that officers deal with a range of complaints, and complaints dealt with during the reporting period relates to alcohol and entertainment licensing. Complaints received included allegations of inappropriate behaviour by licensed door staff and noise nuisance. A significant amount of work undertaken by the team during the first half of the year related to the review of the Council's Statement of Licensing Policy. A review has to be taken as a minimum at 5 yearly intervals, and following an extensive consultation period with stakeholders, members of the public and members of the Licensing Committee, a final proposed version of the policy was approved at full council at the end of October 2025. The new policy was implemented on the 1st of November 2025 and is in place for the next 5 years. Section 4 of the report updates members on a licensing panel that took place to determine an application to vary an existing premises licence. 26 representations were received, as outlined in the report, and due to the number received, the application was required to be heard at a licensing panel hearing. After hearing from the applicant and the parties involved, the application was granted, subject to the inclusion of agreed conditions and modification of the hours that formed part of the application. Work has continued to be undertaken in relation to the licensing requirements relating to special procedures, which came into force in November 2024. The team works in conjunction with officers from the Council's Food and Health Protection Team or Environmental Health Team to ensure that premises and practitioners are licensed, as well as ensuring safe working practices are in place. The overall work activities undertaken by the team are included at Appendix A of the report. It is recommended that members of the Licensing Committee note and comment on the contents of this report and note the activity report for April 25 to September 25. Thank you, Chair. That's my report.
Thank you, Claire. Is there any questions in regard to the report that you'd like to ask Claire? Anybody? Nobody? Oh, well, that's quite good. The recommendations are on page 11 of your agenda, and members ask that the Licensing Committee, 1, note and comment on the content of the report, and 2, note the activity report for April 2025 to September 25. So members happy to approve them, recommendations? Yeah. Thank you. Anybody not? Anybody abstain? No. Well, thank you for that, and thank you, Robin, for your contributions on your last meeting of the licensing. Item 7 is the date of the next meeting on 26th of the 2nd, 26. This one's all right. And thanks, members, for your contribution this morning with the meetings. Well, thank you.
Thank you all.
Good luck and all the best, Robin.
Yeah.